Hi, Cancer. Welcome to the first part of June 2022. It's Raina here. Rather than say mid-June, I'm just saying the early part, just, because I'm doing these a little bit, I think, earlier than I normally do. Yeah. Let me... Oh, that's wonderful. That's lovely. Very nice cards that you have here. The heart of the matter is the Nine of Cups. This is the card of wish fulfillment. I don't know why Cancer was the first sign that I thought to do, because this is not Cancer season yet, and this is for the first half of the month. But just that feeling of having your desires satisfied or some kind of wish coming true for you, and the accompanying feeling of happiness that is associated with having something like that happen. So it's a very positive card on the emotional level, but it can also have financial associations as well. In the past position, we have the Six of Torches, which is a Six of Wands. So once again, I mean, this is a card of success. This is a card of being recognized for your talents, accepting your accolades. This is a card associated with Leo. So, this might be some kind of a career boost to you that is producing this. And perhaps it feels really good because you are being seen as somebody who is capable, who is competent, who's good at what they do. The higher message, Prince of Swords, is connected to the Knight of Swords. It's interesting. They have like that fire as the wings, because I think this is connected to fire and air energy. And as a higher message, I feel like this is all about like your own evolution and your ability to, and maybe this has to do with confidence, like this idea of like you can be an authentic person or something like that. And if somebody says, well, that the Knight of Swords has nothing to do with being an authentic person, but it can be somebody who tells it like it is and things like that. And the point being that sometimes it takes people feeling like they are, feeling more and more, higher self-esteem to be able to feel comfortable in being who they really are, or communicating that with other people. And the more authentic we are, the more we experience peace of mind as well. Not just, the material benefits, but the emotional benefits. What crosses you is a Seven of Pentacles, and this is a card of, to me, it's like growth. And like, for instance, if there's something to do with, like climbing the ladder of success, for instance, you may have already gotten a taste of success here, but you might be tempted not to stick around that long for whatever reason. I don't know why that would be, because this is a card of like waiting for the harvest, and yet it's in that challenge position. So sometimes it suggests to me that the person is impatient, that they don't really want to necessarily wait. And maybe it's like a stepping stone. If it's like a career move, it's a stepping stone. And the person doesn't have any intention of staying very long in that place. Oh, yeah, and that's another thing about the Knight of Swords. It can be this rather unstable or chaotic energy. And so, depending on your astrological makeup, if you are more like that, if you have that, you know, like Mars in Aries or something like that, where you're just very, you have a tendency to just keep moving, changing jobs, and you don't, even if you have success, you just don't feel like sticking around very long. Or Mars in Gemini, it can lead you to never invest enough in one place. So it might be like saying, you know, ultimately, what is it that you want to do, that you want to just put your energy into something consistently and wait for the results, and not be like, okay, this isn't showing itself very long, you know, I had initial success and now it's just kind of settling down, and now I want to go to the next thing. What's coming in is the High Priestess, and this is a card of getting in touch with your higher self. And what I like about this, it kind of reminds me of the Temperance situation, where a person has to balance the material and the spiritual, that they might have a tendency to be too much into one thing. And so the High Priestess is asking you to look at your life on a higher level. Even if you're having things happen that are making you feel great because that they've things that you've wanted to achieve, you'll be so much more tethered if you are also looking at it from the spiritual perspective, because you won't lose your head. You won't feel like, oh wow, my life, I'm on easy street now, and then just be like, throw caution to the wind. Although I don't think a Cancer person would really do that, but you never know, there might be some outliers. But just that idea of, you know, having that sense of the bigger picture and what it really means ultimately for you. And then we have, as the outcome, another major arcana card, the Star card, which is about faith and unseen forces, and this idea of to me, it can also be the hopes and wishes that you have, that you hold within yourself. And how do you, you know what came into my mind? How you water them, you know, because I'm looking at that person who's pouring that water. And in this deck's depiction, they are she's using two different containers to water. Oh, and she has like the earth and the water element. It reminds me so much of the Temperance card. And another thing about this card is that, to me, it suggests healing. It suggests that the person may have been through something and is coming out the other end. And maybe you have this wonderful Nine of Cups event that makes you feel great again. Perhaps, you know, in the past you have felt discouraged, or, you know, something like that, and it's almost like I'm feeling like, specifically, if you thought that you were down for the count in your career and something happens and it's like all of a sudden you're doing well again, and that feeling of like, wow, you know, I'm so happy that I was able to accomplish this. And I never thought that this would happen, something like that. And then it's like you feel like that hopeful feeling again. Okay, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.